How's it going, Houston? How's it going, YouTube? Random Chaos here. I am in Sam Houston Park in downtown Houston, Texas. I've never been here before, so I thought I'd check it out, walk through, and just see what's going on. I already came to the end of the park, I believe, and you know, it's a really nice historical location here. And I just recently saw some ducks sitting right over here, but they since moved. Now there's some ducks out here in the water. Back in right over there. I thought I'd come out of my usual Sunday thinking of what kind of video to do. And I was going to take the bus, but I thought I'd stop here in downtown because I didn't want to go all the way up to the Heights. How you doing? And thought I'd come, oh, here's the ducks right here. Yeah, they're just sitting right here on the sidewalk. Little path here. One right there. Hello, ducks. I hope he's all right, man. That one's sitting there. They're probably used to people. Hopefully that's all it is. Yeah, that one. They're just chilling out right here. I'll see you later, ducks. Okay, he can stand up. All right. What are you up to, ducks? All right, I'll leave him alone. And continue this walk. I wanted to, you know, there's one thing I've been talking about, me and my coworkers, is like, what is the deal in downtown Houston here on certain nights where there are young adults and teenagers, and sometimes even young teenagers, riding these electric scooters around downtown, often as fast as they can on these electric bikes, electric scooters, going the wrong way on one-way streets, into traffic, sometimes at past midnight. Because I come home from work with my coworkers oftentimes past midnight, where everything is dark, just to get to the train so we can get home. Now, the other day, my two coworkers and me, makes three, we were walking, we got off the bus, we were walking to our train, and a bunch of kids came up behind us on the electric scooters and snatched one of my coworkers' hats, his like ball cap, which he wears to work all the time, and they just took off with it. Well, he yells out on them, bring it back, and he stayed on it. And they, you know, we stood there for a bit. They eventually, one of them brought it back. It's a nice house. I like to live there. And he was saying, oh, I was just playing with you. I mean, come on, kids. I mean, you don't know everybody on the streets. Not everybody's like, oh, haha, that was great. Yeah, give me my hat back. Check out these statues of the dogs. And that one. But, yeah, to them it's all fun and games, you know. I just snatch a guy's hat off his head when we go by really fast. You know, that's a good way to get hurt, man. You know, you don't know who's open carrying or come after them or whatever, man. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, it surprises me too that these parents let these kids just run around on these electric scooters midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And even at 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes they're really young teenage kids, you know, and they're just going in and out of traffic, going the wrong way. Some of these scooters have lights, some don't. Yet they're speeding up the streets, going into traffic instead of with traffic, blowing through stoplights. I have actually seen a teenage girl probably, pull out in front of a green light, right when some cars were taking off from a red light. It turned green, but she kept going. The car had to slam its brakes on, honk his horn. She ended up coming off the electric scooter there. And yeah, her friends that were there were yelling at the driver of the car like it was his fault, when it was a green light she pulled out in front of, crossing the street when it said don't walk. That's a good way to get killed. So I guess she got back on her scooter. She was all right. They took off. The driver took off in his car because her friends, they were like mostly guys, were yelling at the guy. Man, you never know what could happen there. And these like companies, these small businesses that rent these scooters, I wonder if they have to sign a waiver. If they get hurt, that's their problem. But yeah, you know, all the stuff we see downtown sometimes coming home from work always surprised me, especially the other night when they snatched my coworker's ball cap that he wears to work, and like it was nothing. Like what they expect him to go, oh ha, you know. And I already said that, but it just amazes me sometimes the way these teenagers run around. I'm gonna go back this way for a minute. And yeah, we're just trying to get home after a long, hard night at work, in the restaurant business, in the kitchen, and something like that happens. There's no time for tolerance. I mean, we just want to go home and relax. We ain't got all night to run around downtown playing on scooters. We're just not in the mood. There's a nice little park area here. Look at these statue of dogs. Nice little pond here, I guess you can call it. Another little statue of a dog or wolf, coyote, right up over there. And this is a little nice little fountain here. It's really kind of quiet here, even though you're surrounded by, things like you see the bus over there, one of the metro buses. It's like a busy street right over there in downtown. Just on the other side of that where it's bustling all the time. It's actually kind of quiet here. And maybe, get back to what I was talking about. Like maybe a year ago, me and my coworker, it was just me and him, were sitting at the train platform waiting to get on the train to go to our neighborhood. Some guy, comes up and he wants to fight. And he was drunk. And he was telling me, stand up. I was like, excuse me, why don't you sit down? And he was like, come on. I'm like, I'm not going to fight you, dude. You're drunk. I can knock you over easily. And he's sitting there just sitting there staring at us. And we're waiting for the train, hoping it was coming fast. Well, the train finally started coming, and the idiot wants to face off with the train. He's standing in the middle of the tracks, facing it with his chest out. Train's blowing his horn, sitting there. Maybe after a few seconds, he finally left. He ran off, actually, and we got on the train, went home, and didn't say anything. The driver of the train didn't even ask what was going on. A lot of people drunk downtowns on weekends, just looking for fights sometimes. And I avoid it. I'm not going to get mixed up in anything like that. Like I say, I'm usually tired anyway, but hey, I will protect myself. But the guy didn't really pose any serious threat, but only flapping his lips, wanting to fight. I'm gonna try and cross here, go down to the train myself, and get back to my area. Got a nice day off. City Hall right there. And right over here is the library. Some art piece in front of it, the big red. Looks like a Mickey Mouse head. But yeah, I'm trying to cross here. Hopefully it's only Leslie. I hate standing in one spot when I'm doing these videos. But anyway, yeah, so, you see these kids. You see a bunch of drunk people sometimes. It's also usually a lot of nice people here. That's pretty cool. Looks like a Mickey Mouse. Some demented Mickey Mouse thing. That's been there for years. Ever since I lived in Houston. And that's the Houston Public Library right here. Anyway, I just don't get it. Me and my coworker don't get it. I mean, I'm just trying to get home. And usually on Friday and Saturday nights when it's the busiest downtown, people come out of the bars. They're drunk. About 99% of the time they leave you alone. So I'm not saying anything horrible about being downtown on certain nights. But just watch what you're doing. I mean, just be aware of your surroundings. Houston is a dangerous place when it wants to be. In fact, just this weekend was according to the news, it was a very violent weekend in Houston with a lot of shootings happening. And it's getting to the point where they got this crime that they call jugging. Across here, walk over here to City Hall. Yeah, they call it jugging, where someone will follow you from point A to point B, which could be your home, another store. Then they will come up on you and rob you. What do you have right there? And that's been happening a lot lately, and they're warning people, be aware of your surroundings. If you notice anyone following you, if you're driving, kind of take a plan to keep going or drive up to a police station right there and, get some help, man, because this has been going on too much. At top of City Hall right here. I did a video here once. They had a anti-war for Ukraine gathering here. A bunch of people from Ukraine, Russia even, Poland, even Taiwan here protesting the war from Russia. I did that one last year, I think. And I ended up getting a mark-in from that little special mark-in from YouTube because they have some music playing up over here. Background music will get you that mark on YouTube that you don't want. And I did not intend to put that music in there. There was just some speakers up there where I was just filming, playing some Ukrainian music. Good band, it sounded like. This anyhow, man. Poor little bird. Rest in peace. But yeah, so I did that here. We have the pond over here. People can actually go in that water. I've seen them do it. And this is usually where Pride Day happens here in front of City Hall from the LGBTQ community. But I'm usually working, so I miss a lot of stuff during the day. And today's my day off. It's Tuesday, so I thought I'd get out and do this. Something to do. And instead of just sitting at home all day. And I'm walking up on what is this? I think this is Milam Street. You know, I come through here like all the time for the last 10 years, and especially the last 5 years when I was working at the restaurant I work at. I take the bus. No, this is Smith Street. Okay, I recognize that building right there. Oh, that's the Wells Fargo Plaza, the second tallest building in the state of Texas. Try to get over here. I got some guy standing behind me. Looks like he's interested in what I'm doing, so I'm going to keep walking. I don't like the looks of him. Anyway, yeah, Milam Street is up here, so I know where I'm at. Don't worry, I'm not lost. But seriously, like I was saying, you know, if you come to Houston as a tourist, keep your eyes open, especially at nighttime. But these jugging crimes are happening during the day. That's how bold they are. So keep your eyes open. If you notice anyone following you or staring at you too much in a parking lot while you're doing something, you know, just take note of it. Look around you, see where you can go into real quick. Please protect yourself. Overall, Houston is a pretty awesome city. There's a lot of things to do. Especially on weekends downtown here. They got a lot of the bars, restaurants open. They have outdoor dining in the streets that they've been doing on Main Street. Okay, this is Louisiana Street here. I'm going to cross over here and go. Over there is Milam at the next light. This sometimes all looks the same to me over here. All right. Little man says walk. Yeah. I'm walking up on Milam and there's a big parking lot here. That's something that's funny about Houston too, is like so many parking lots. At one time, I think they said Houston was something like almost 75% parking lots for all these tall buildings went up. I wanted to, you see the top of that building, that silver little top of the building right there between these two? You remember Enron? The Enron scandal back in the early 2000s. Not sure the history, but that's it. That's where the scandal happened. $4 billion scam. Got that business shut down, people arrested. Sadly, one I know of committed suicide over it. I'll try and get up a little bit closer to it. They're nice looking buildings. Just has a bad history. But now I believe it's the Shell towers. So there's a different business in there. I don't know what all they use it for. I really should go in some of these buildings sometime. All right, gonna let me walk again. Nice. Go down this way a little bit. You know, I may have mistaken. That may not have been the Enron building. Actually, yeah, it is. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Milam is over here. It goes that way. I should be able to get a shot of the two buildings from over here. On one of these. Actually, it was back where I was sitting. I think I'll go this way for a minute then. Cross while I can before anyone turns in front of me and runs me over. That's something else you gotta really watch out for. If you're a bicyclist, pedestrian here, don't trust other drivers. Then more bicycle accidents here. pedestrian accidents, pedestrians getting hit by the light rail even when they get too close to the track or something happens. Just recently a man got hit by the red line, pinned up against the platform, and I didn't read too much in it. It was just a short thing on the news. Hopefully he's all right, but being pinned against the platform, that doesn't sound too healthy. It's a nice night out. Finally, the sun's going down a bit. Because it was brutal hot lately. The last few days, and today was brutal hot, up in the high 90s. Next week, they're already talking temperatures about 111 degrees. And it's very humid. That's why it's going to be 111. All the humidity makes us feel hotter than it really is. Makes me miss New England sometimes. Although I know it gets hot up there too. All right. It does get hot up in New England, but man, down here, we're near the coast, Texas Gulf Coast. We're near Galveston. Well, let's say about 50, 60 miles south of here. But that humidity carries far, long and far. Hopefully someone doesn't come out of this garage. That's something else you gotta watch out for. People just darting out of these garages sometimes. Because people sometimes don't think. I'm gonna go over here. I know the Enron buildings are over here. I'll get a good up close of it in a minute. Coming up on HPD too. Ooh. Yeah, Houston Police Department right there. One of them. So for the most part, I think I'll wait for the little guy to say walk on that sign over there so I can cross legally. I'm not going to take any chances. It was pretty nice though, getting a day out, just walking around, go home and relax for a while. Most of the times on my days off, I end up sleeping till 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I was getting home late. And I hate that because then I feel like I wasted a day off to do something. Come at Houston Police Department right here. Now, I know later when I get home, and I've been continuously filming since Sam Houston Park. Stabilizing this video is going to take a while. I see the top of the Enron buildings from here. Right up over there, I see the top of that building behind that parking garage. That's part of the Enron Tower, one of them. There's two. They almost look alike. They're almost twin towers, except the top of the building or the other one's a little bit different. But you know what? I'm gonna shut the video off for a second and turn it back on when I get over there. See you in a minute. This is one of the many murals in Houston they've been putting up. This one's been here for a long time. There are some new ones that's been up this year. I'll try to get around to doing that one day, finding them all, going to them. That's pretty nice. You know, 3 ballerinas. See this one every day too when I'm coming home from work. But I am over here near the where the Enron scandal happened, and that's one of the buildings there. And right over there is the second one behind that parking garage. But yeah, if you remember the Enron scandal and all the history of it, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure Houston rather forget about it. I don't blame them, you know, because it really may have made this area look really bad. You know, like $4 billion stolen from investors, and you know, they hid documents and papers and stuff like that, trying to avoid being caught, until they finally got caught and discovered, and a lot of legal consequences gone on. But there's the second Enron tower. Yeah, the tops of them are a little bit different, and that's part of it right there too. But man, that was a big deal back then, man. And you see that building there in the center of your screen there. That has been there for a very long time, and it's an abandoned building. It used to be a Holiday Inn, I believe. It was a hotel at one time, and I believe it was a Holiday Inn. And they have it all boarded up. There have been some videos out of people getting in there. I'm not doing that. Like I said, I don't trespass. I'm sorry, I'm holding the camera way up high, the wind. But yeah, I'm not gonna ever go into that building. It's too dangerous. I'm gonna continue my walk. I better slow down. I'm bouncing all over the place. Like I said, I'm gonna have to stabilize these videos. It should take a while, especially that first part. I've been noticing a lot of the bus stops have been closed. They've been changing the bus stops around. It really confused me when they first did it. I didn't get any notice on it. Then again, I wasn't out looking for any changes or anything on how they're moving the bus stops around. I normally just take the 82 route to work all the way up Westheimer, and well, almost all the way up. Not even almost, because the 82 bus route here in Houston is the most traveled in the state of Texas, and I believe it's the longest bus route anywhere in Texas is the 82 Westheimer bus, and it ends here in downtown near the downtown aquarium down near Preston Street. And I sometimes get on there at the stop when I'm getting on the bus, because this is like the second stop. It's not all that crowded at that point. But the more further down you go, that bus can get packed. I've been on that bus, the 82, all the way up to Voss Road. I've never been all the way to West Oaks Mall. Maybe one day I might. But I would like to go back up there one day, because there's a half-price bookstore up in that part of Westheimer, way past Galleria, because the one half-price books that was at Montrose and Westheimer, you know, closed down, and they closed the other businesses there too to tear it all down. And they tore down a iconic Kroger supermarket, lovingly known as Disco Kroger, to make room for probably more luxury apartments. But yeah, they tore all that area down, the intersection of Westheimer and Montrose on one side. It's pretty sad to see that Kroger's go, though. I think I'm coming to an end now. I'm going to be heading in soon, walking back to the light rail. Head on home now. It's starting to get dark. But I hope you like this video. This is probably going to be the longest one I've done. But it was fun, I thought. You know, you just really, if anyone ever wanted to walk with me, I'm always open to that. Collaborations or anything. But I'm not like going on my way to get that working. But anyway, so I'm just gonna head a little bit more this way. I don't, one of the things that's kind of difficult about doing videos like this, I'm gonna cross the street here, is being disturbed while doing these videos. I mean, you see people and they want to come up and video bomb you or photo bomb you, get in on it and interrupt you, ask for things sometimes, like cigarettes. I was doing something once at the video, and this guy just walks up, "You get a cigarette?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to film here, buddy." It didn't matter to him. He wanted a cigarette. So I gave him one, got him out of there. But, not like I said, if you're doing this, I'm holding a expensive looking tripod. And, I'll try and get a picture of it sometime. But it's really not that expensive. But it looks like it could be expensive. It's like a $20 tripod I got. But if people think it's something worthy, you gotta be careful, man. Don't get hurt, don't get robbed. Don't let people take stuff. And that was one thing about the jugging I was talking about a while ago. If it ever happens to anyone, they advise on TV, just don't fight it. Just give them what they want. No amount of money is worth your life. So they really advise you just to give them what they want, get them out of there, go call the police. Try to, without making it obvious, try to get a license plate number, details of the car, or the person's face without staring at them. Because they'll catch on in a minute and be like, something really bad could happen from that. So just, get as much info as you can without asking questions or, obviously staring and don't be writing down license plate numbers or details of the car. Just try to remember it and go and contact the police, 911, But anyway, yeah, I'm going to head back to the train stop here in a minute. So anyway, I really like this walk today. I am feeling all right today. It's nice to get out. Nice cool breeze happening right now. You see, you can't see it, but I can feel it. Anyway, until next time, I just had a feeling someone was behind me after talking about drugging. There's no one back there, but but until next time, when I can bring you some more random chaos, stay sweet, stay awesome, stay cute, stay alive. See you later.